welcome to the heart of Ohio, Centerburg, Ohio. Jonathon Langdon alongside Brandon Ehrenberg getting ready to get this thing started between the Centerburg Trojans and the Ontario Warriors. Stick with us. We'll be right back live and free with the very beginning of this game on the OH Report.
Are you ready for the comeback?
At Knox.
Hello and welcome back to Centerburg, Ohio. We're getting ready for the start of this game between Ontario and Centerburg with the Trojans. Jonathon Langdon alongside Brandon Ehrenberg. We apologize for the late start to this stream. We are low on internet and this may be a little bit choppy here today, but we are certain that we will be re-streaming this later tonight and it will be perfectly clear, no choppiness. And you can check that out later tonight. And all of the highlights you will see today will also be on Friday Night Pigskin tonight, and those will also be nice and clear. Getting ready to start this ball game. Ontario will kick off to Centerburg. And here's the kickoff. Back to return, it will land with LeMaster. LeMaster runs to the near side. He's got some space, jukes to the sideline, and he's got more. And he will run all the way out towards midfield, right around the 49-yard line of Centerburg. And Caylan LeMaster, last year he was a first-team All-KMAC member, and he starts the game with a big return, Brandon.
Yeah, great return there, and almost a touchdown-saving combination with Micah Smith, number 53, and the kicker, Carter Weaver, 47, for the Ontario Warriors.
That gives us our very first home and kitchen supply first down. Also want to thank our sponsor on our scoreboard. Thank you to Centerburg Pointe. It is the first quarter, and it looks like there was also a flag on the play that moves the ball even more towards the end zone. Now we are in Ontario territory with our first play of scrimmage. Ball is moved way up. We are now at the 34-yard line, 35-yard line. As now back running quarterback today, Jesse Rings, the senior, 5'11". He takes the snap in the shotgun. Runs, goes deep, and that's going to be over the head of Caylan LeMaster. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, they came out into empty formation, all 5 receivers out in the field, quarterback alone in the backfield. Obvious passing play unless he wanted to keep it there. But, yeah, Trojans were ready for it. Our Warriors and Trojans getting ready to fight it in a battle here.
Centerburg Division 5. Ontario, the visitors, Division 3. A lot of fans in the crowd, not a whole lot of stands for them. Here's the snap, throw, Rings, complete, and out of bounds. The catch there by Mason Tursky.
Yep, good quick out play right there. 5 yards up and out. Great route play. Put it where only your receiver can get it.
And it'll actually be third down here. So third down, Rings in the shotgun, runner to his left. It's LeMaster there, 4 wide, 2 on each side. Here's the snap. Handoff, LeMaster is hit as he gets the ball. Tackle there from Ontario, number 10, Cole Dill.
Yeah, it looked like they were attempting a read option play there when he went for the handoff. Looked like he might have wanted to pull it back from the running back, but he just didn't have time because that Ontario front went right through the offensive line to get right into the backfield.
So it's now 4th down, and they are in go-for-it range, so they will do so. 4th down and about 9. Ball on the 34-yard line of the Warriors. Man in motion on the near side, goes right past the quarterback rings. Here's a snap. Rolling right, looking to the left. Nowhere to go. 2 rushers. Stays on his feet. He's got to get it up in the air. He completes it, but it will not be enough for that first down. A great play from Jesse Rings. Gets the completion there from 26. That's Tristan Hankinson, but Ontario take over on downs.
Yeah, it was play was falling apart. It's going into scramble mode, what we call that, when the quarterback's out of the pocket. Receivers know they got to get to the sideline, trying to help the quarterback out as much as possible. Hankinson did a good job getting open. They found him, but the Warriors defense corralled him before he could make it to the first down.
So another home and kitchen supply first down for Ontario now, who will take the field. Man to watch for them is The man to watch for them is Chase Studer. Had a big-time performance in their last game against Lexington. And now also back to snap. This is Bodpin Miller, but he does hand off to Studer for a couple yards.
Yeah, Bodpin Miller, the quarterback, also had a really good game last time, but he did have 2 interceptions. They're kind of looking to kind of make him more comfortable, give him some more easy passes, a lot of run plays. So less chance of throwing picks, but still you want to keep him aggressive.
All 11 men are right on that line other than Studer and Miller. Now they've got a receiver out wide. Here's the snap. Studer will get the handoff. Goes right towards the middle, right around the 40-yard line, so it'll be close for a first down. Likely will actually move those sticks.
Yeah, you're seeing some guard movement on the Warriors' offense. They're running a lot of zone plays so far to start off with their first down of the game.
So now looking like a more passing formation here on 1st and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line of Ontario.
Yeah, the Ontario Warriors came out with only 10 men on the field, so number 15 will run up onto the field to make it for 11.
That's Quentin Frankhouse. In motion Studer, and they're going to pull a flag here. And it's a false start on that O-line. So that will move them back 5 yards, 1st and 15.
Looks like we're going to go to trips up top for the Warriors with 1 man at the bottom of the screen. Studer and Miller in the backfield.
Here's the snap. Miller looking deep. Now has to get out of the pocket. He's being rushed. Throws it over the first down marker. What a catch there from number 12, Landon Foltz.
Yeah, great play there by Landon Foltz. The quarterback was another scramble drill play. He got open for his quarterback, and he made a heck of a catch on the play as well. Looks like they're going to go into a hurry-up offense here, getting up into formation real quick.
So 1st and 10, they are now in Centerburg territory. Ball on that 43-yard line just about. Here's the handoff, and Studer gets hit but still gets a couple yards out of it.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They recognized the run quickly. Looks like the free safety, that'd be number 5, Heath Merklin, was able to get through the gaps and make the play on the running back.
So 2nd down and about 9. Ball on the 41-yard line. Here's the snap. Miller hands off back to Studer. Studer met right at the line of scrimmage, and will get, looks like 2 there, so he's at the 39 for 3rd down.
Yeah, so once again, looks like number 3, Caylan LeMaster, was able to get in there. The linebackers are recognizing that run early, and they're running right through the gaps in the offensive line.
So Ontario likely will have to go in the air here on 3rd down. Or if they are going to run, it's going to have to be something wise, something smart, and something Centerburg's not going to see coming. Shotgun with Studer to the right for Miller. And now sees a cut on Studer's arm, so he's going to have to come off.
Yeah, and with your backup running back coming in the game, you immediately think pass if you're the Centerville defense.
So Mason Vanselberg will join Miller at the shotgun. 3 wide on the near side, 1 all the way on that far end. It's 3rd and 7. Here's the snap. Miller rolls to our near side, throws deep. He's got a man, just overthrew him. That's intended for Dylan Floyd, and that will make it 4th and 7.
Yeah, they knew they had about 7 to go on there in that 3rd down play. Roll out the quarterback. He's been scrambling a little bit so that we know he can run. He got a good game of running last game as well, so we know they kind of want to give him out of the pocket, give him a chance to run if it's there, but also look for his receivers if he has the option. And it looks like they're going to stay out in offense on this 4th down play.
So 4th down and 7. Ball is on the 40. Another shotgun, same formation as the last down. Here's the snap, Bogdan Miller. Looking left, throws, completes. Just enough to get that 1st down complete to Dylan Floyd.
Yeah, it was like an in-breaking route there. He knew where the 1st down line was. He knew where he had to get to. He stopped right on that line and cut right across the defense, trying to get open for his quarterback, and his quarterback found him.
So a new set of downs for the Warriors, wearing white with those yellow pants here today. In the heart of Ohio, Centerburg and the Trojans on defense trying to stop him. Here's the handoff, goes right to the backup Vantilberg, but is met as he receives it, so that'll be a loss of a couple.
Yeah, the senior number 55, Cam Alloway, went right through that offensive line, and virtually as soon as the ball was snapped, he was already in the backfield and ready for that play. Yeah,
that was another scenario that we saw with Ontario's defense in the last drive for the Trojans, so some lick back there. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side here for 2nd down, and it looks like 14. Here's the snap. It's a quick one, completed to the far side. That's number 6, John Mayen, who is tackled out of bounds.
Looks like they're setting up a receiver screen there. They're trying to get their lineman out to him. It's just the Trojans defense got to him before the lineman could get out to get the extra blocks out. Also, it looks like the running back 24, Studer, has re-entered the game after getting his cut taped up. So he'll now be in the backfield on this 3rd down play.
It's 3rd and 6, ball on the 26. Miller, shotgun again. Here's the snap. Looks immediately to the right. He wanted to go deep, but he'll have to hold and run out of the pocket. Here's the throw, dropped by number 15, Frank House. Yeah. So another 4th and long.
Yep, another 4th and long. They went for it last time, so we're likely to go for it again. Yeah. Kind of want to throw it a little bit more in front or on the chest of the receiver on that one. He threw a little bit behind, so the receiver had to kind of reach back across his body for it. But it was still good play, but it still sets up a 4th down.
3 wide near side, 1 bunched there in the back on the left hash here for the Warriors. 4th and 6. Here's the snap. Looking deep, wanted to go 1v1 on the left, now has to roll out right. Throws towards the end zone. Oh, what a catch. Did he catch it? Did he catch it? Yes, he did. They're calling him down at the 10.
That was a great play there. He got pressured, got rolled out, but got a huge block from his right tackle. Number 50 almost had him, but his right tackle came with a huge pancake block to set that play up, and a great throw and a great catch.
Man, I think Berg and I had the best angle at that here in the building, and of course the rest of the fans with us. It was awfully close, but the refs give it to him, and here we are, 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. Chase Studer gets a couple. Looks like he's at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I just want to, as an offensive and defensive lineman and a tight end back in my day, I would say that was a great block by number 57, Bryson Stutes. Oh, never mind, it's the wrong team. It was 57, Lane Johnson for the Centerville Trojans. It was a great block. We call that a pancake.
Yeah. Berg loves his pancakes, especially when you're in the red zone trying to score touchdowns, and it's needed here. Ball on the 5, 2nd and goal. Here's a snap, handoff Studer. He's collapsed on quickly, and he's going to be tackled down not quite enough. Looks like they're at about the 4, so a yard gain.
Yeah, this is about the toughest place to score, especially if they're trying to run it in a heavy run formation. The other team is going to be on a heavy defensive formation to match that with a lot of big linemen and tight ends and defensive linemen and linebackers crowding the line. It's going to be hard to run it through here. Maybe like get a sweep going or maybe a play action play to get your quarterback rolling out.
Bunched up on that line, and there's a whistle blown dead. There's a flag on the field, and it's coming from that line of scrimmage ref. That usually tells you it is offsides on the offense. Yeah, so offsides on the offense on the snap brings us back to a tough 3rd and goal at around now the 8, it seems. So most certainly you're thinking pass here, right, Berg?
Yeah, 3rd and 8 in the red zone. You're thinking pass, but you're also not opposed to either a quarterback draw where you fake the pass and have your quarterback run because you get the DBs and the linebackers more out in coverage, or you're thinking like a play action rollout because you've been running the last couple downs.
Receiver in motion, goes to the near side. One alone up top. Keep an eye on that. Studer goes to the left as well. It is a QB draw, and in for the end zone is a touchdown. That's Bodpin Miller. Berg called it. It's a QB draw.
Yeah, when you're in the red zone at 3 and 8, you got a good running quarterback. You saw him last game. He had a good chunk of yards on the ground. And 3rd and 8, spread out the defense, and you're able to get the play down, and he can run it in. Good juke move. So got an 8-yard run for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Bodpin Miller. First points of the game. And we'll see the extra point by Trey Booker. Good snap, good hold, and that is through. So that makes it 7-0. Ontario Warriors on top. We're going to take a quick break for our touchdown sponsor. Back at the heart of Ohio, Centerburg High School. Actually, I should say Centerburg Elementary School, because their stadium is not on campus, unlike as we went to the high school expecting it to be there. But we are here, and it is Ontario 7, Centerburg 0. Touchdown was about an 8-yard rush from Bodpin Miller. And Ontario will now kick it away to the Trojans. On a bounce, it will be fielded by Tursky, and he falls to the ground down right around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and the Trojans coming off a turnover on downs on their last possession, looking to answer that touchdown run we just saw from the Warriors. Let's see what type of formation they come out in. But there is also some laundry on the field, as I do see a yellow flag out there.
Yeah, so flag on the play. We'll see who this is on. On the first kickoff for Centerburg, Ontario was called for a flag, and now it's Centerburg getting called for a flag.
Yeah, that'll be a block in the back penalty on the kickoff return. So that'll set the Trojans up in not as good field position as what they were hoping for. But we'll see if they can make something out of this drive and try and bring us back to a tied ball game.
So not as good field position clearly as their first drive, but here is 1st and 10. It's a handoff to LeMaster. Ball's on the ground. Ball is still up for grabs, and now there's a dog pile. We'll see who comes up with it. It's Ontario ball.
That is Chase Stouffer, number 4, coming up with the ball for the turnover for the Warriors. You never know what happens in those dog piles. It's always a fight for the ball for everybody in there.
Goodness,
And when a DB is able to come up with it, that's a celebration for the DB, because you're in a dog pile full of a lot of big boys in there with the offensive linemen.
So a fumble recovery for Ontario in prime position to put themselves up 2 scores as that ball is right around the 11-12 yard line for Bodpin Miller in this Ontario offense. 1st and 10.
Looks like a heavy run formation. You got one receiver out to the left. Everybody else is in the box.
And he's facing backwards. Okay, now they'll shift things. This looks like it's going to be a wildcat formation. Under center is Frankhouse. He snaps, and now we see a false start. Looks like a flag on the field.
Trying to get the ball to their quarterback out receiver there.
A little bit of trickery. Bodpin Miller does not have a passing touchdown yet, but it would be interesting if he was able to get a receiving touchdown before he got a passing touchdown. However, the flag will take this back a couple yards.
Yeah, it'll just be a false start penalty there. So maybe the quarterback got a little bit excited that he might have been getting a pass play to him as a receiver there. So it looks like he may have flinched a little bit early and it got a little 5-yard penalty for a false start.
It'll be 1st and 15. Ball on the 16.
Looks like Miller is being sent off the field.
And if you're listening closely to our microphones, you may be able to hear the coaches for Ontario to our right. They were very ecstatic on that fumble especially, and also now as they tried to run that wildcat trick play sort of. So now we'll see them sort of go back to normal, as I don't see Bodpin Miller.
No,
no, he is out there.
No, they took him off the field. He's over there on the sideline.
Yeah, Bodpin Miller is not on the field. And now we're seeing some sort of delay. Everyone's looking over off the field, not sure what's going on. Looks like we're good to go, and another whistle. Something off the field is going on.
Looks like they're yelling at some student section members. Yeah, they're sending a student off. They're sending a student out of the arena. They're yelling, either telling the cheerleaders to scoot back or they're kicking a student out.
Goodness, so we're going to be under a little bit of a delay here while they take care of that.
Yeah, they're coming to get a student here.
And I think they're clear to go. So somebody is gone from this ball game, but it's not a player on the field. It is a student in the student section. 1st and 15. Here we go. Here's a snap, and it's a handoff to Studer, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage.
And Miller will come right back into the game after being sent off for one play. Oh, no. No, he's getting the play from the quarterback, so yes, he will re-enter the game.
Here comes Miller. So rough spot here after that flag. Still 2nd and 15. 3:30 to go here in this first quarter. 7-0 Ontario. They can try and get a 2-score lead here. Here's a snap. Handoff again, Studer. He's got some space. Trench is cleared up nicely for him to get all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, another great zone run there. They pulled the left guard, went right behind the right guard for a lead blocker for the running back. Yeah, and another great run. Sets them up with a manageable 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, so halfway there. It'll be 3rd and 6, they'll say. So just under 3 minutes to go.
Ontario still waiting for the play from the coach. They got the play. Now they're getting in formation.
Shotgun, 3 receivers, bunched to the left. Here's a snap. Miller. Fake handoff. It is an option play. Miller going for the end zone. Is he there? No, they'll call him down right at the 1.
No, but it will be a first down. So they'll probably get into a heavy formation here and just try and either do a QB keep or give it to a fullback or try and get a quick run. Here come 2 tight ends. Yep, they're bringing in the heavy unit.
Yep, bring the big boys in.
You're going to try and get this last 1 or 2 yards as quickly as you can. Try and get up 14-0.
Still in a shotgun formation. They've got a lot of blockers to the right.
It's either a quick handoff or the quarterback's going to keep it and get behind his running back.
Here's a snap. Studer tries to push in. He's there. Touchdown, Ontario. And the Warriors are now up 2 scores, 13-0. Chase Studer, his first touchdown of the game, second of the season.
Yeah, now they're up 2 possessions to none, and this was all set up by the fumble recovery by defensive back Chase Stouffer, number 4. Great possession there. They only had to go about 30 yards, but still, you're up now 13-0, and we'll see if they can get this point after.
So the quick turnover from Centerburg ends up being costly, as here again Trey Booker will get another extra point opportunity. And Ontario playing very well here as there's another false start. A lot of those for Ontario so far.
Yeah, still, it's early, week 2. Still trying to get the kinks out, trying to figure out what your roster is going to look like, who's going to be on the special team units, who's going to be on the starting defensive line still. So always trying to see what the best lineup is for every situation.
Tougher field goal here for Trey Booker, but he did have that game-winning field goal in the game against Lexington, and it was around this spot as well. So you got to like his chances. Here's the snap and the hold, and it's through. Happy the announcer's jinx did not kick in there, but it's 14-0 Warriors, and we're going to take another break. We'll be back.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
14-0 Warriors, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jonathon Langdon alongside Brandon Ehrenberg, live and free on the OH Report. We also once again apologize if our stream is choppy today. Low internet, we are on a hotspot right now, hanging by a thread. But this game will be restreamed later tonight that you can catch it. No glitches, but it will just be regular stream later tonight. And also all of the highlights from this game will be on Friday Night Pigskin at the end of the night with Brian Skoronsky and Travis Berardi. Here's the kickoff for the Warriors. They'll go back to the Trojans with LeMaster returning, and he catches it in the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, LeMaster looked like he wanted to return that there, but because his foot was in the end zone, unfortunately, they will have to take a touchback. He looked ready to go, but he's not going to be able to. But they'll get ready to start this drive and try and answer the touchdown from the Warriors and try and make it a one-possession game.
And it's a Home and Kitchen Supply first down. And while we are naming sponsors, want to thank the rest of our sponsors today. Thank you to Centerburg Pointe on our scoreboards. Thank you to Centerburg Respiratory for our MVP of the game that we will get to later tonight. Webb's Marathon and Automotive. Also thank you to Monarch Title Company, North Central State College, and Knox Community Hospital. 1st and 10 here for Centerburg. Ball on the 20-yard line. Here's the snap. Handoff to LeMaster. He will go outside and not get much. Maybe even go back a couple yards.
Yeah, the Warriors are having a 4 front with 3 linebackers. So they got 7 people in that box. So it's going to be tough to run inside or outside zones against them. So you're kind of going to have to decide if you want a power run game or if you want a spread game. And based off of last game, I think that the Trojans are going to choose to go on pass heavy here in this next 3 quarters and last 2 minutes.
Here's a throw downfield. It's caught from LeMaster, and a flag on the field as well.
Great play, but we'll see what the call on the field is, because there's 2 pieces of laundry on the field.
One downfield and another one a little bit closer to us.
Waiting on a call from the officials. But a great throw from Jesse Rings to Caylan LeMaster. It was a great play, very well executed. The defender was all over LeMaster, but he was able to make a great play on the ball. Still waiting on a call from the refs. and it'll be a face mask on the Warriors, so that'll give the Trojans even better field position.
Yeah, so just like that kickoff
all
earlier.
All the way to the 29-yard line.
Yeah. So just like that kickoff earlier, Ontario gifting it good territory here for Centerburg to try and bite into this deficit. A low snap, it dribbles off the ground, but the pass is complete, and it'll be tackled down around the 30, so a loss of a couple yards.
Yeah, that play is just looked to turn out into a receiver screen there. The center got a little excited and kind of rolled the ball back trying to get out. So he needs to make sure he makes the snap, get back to the quarterback before he starts heading out to get into that screen. So we'll set them up with a 2nd and long as they lost 2 yards on the play, but you still got a couple more downs to try and get this first down.
Pass was complete to Isaiah Suley. Here is Rings once again, directing traffic. Throw, hit as he threw, intercepted by Ontario. And he's still running there going backwards, but still on his feet there, number 15. That's Quentin Frankhouse with the pick. And Ontario looking good here. Up 2 scores, another interception. They've got the ball with 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was a great play made by the defense, but unfortunately there's a player down for the Trojans. Looked like may have been a crackback block on the return there after the interception. So we do have a player down with multiple pieces of laundry on the field once again. Most likely being a crackback block, which is illegal nowadays in football because you're focusing more on player safety.
Yeah, and they were tackled around the 25-yard line, so what is that, a 10-yard penalty? They'll move that back?
Yeah, it'll be mostly a spot penalty, and then they'll move it at least 10 to 15 yards back.
Illegal block in the back on the Warriors.
Yeah, so 10-yard penalty. They're all the way back around the 10, 11-yard line to start this drive.
Yeah, so a great play made by the defense, but unfortunately with the crackback block no longer being allowed in football, yeah, we're going to get penalized for that because we don't want to endanger the players. We want to keep the players as safe as we possibly can, and on plays like that, you just got to be smart.
Yeah. 33 seconds left in this first quarter. Jonathon Langdon, Brandon Ehrenberg, Jacob Gessner on camera today. This is your crew from MVNU for the OH Report, and here's the first play of this drive for Ontario, and it's a good one that gets them all the way out to the 20-yard line. The handoff to Mason Vantelberg.
Yeah, another inside zone play. We've seen a lot of that in our first game that we did again with East Knox. We saw a lot of inside zone. It seems very popular nowadays. Is the inside zone when you pull a guard to either the left or the right and you just create a lead blocker for your running back, no matter if you got speed or power in the backfield. It's a very good play to run.
So another first down. Miller in the shotgun. And they're just going to let this clock run out. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. There it goes. It was stuck on 1 second there for a while, but that's the end of the first quarter. 14-0, Ontario on top. Playing really well here in the heart of Ohio. Tough conditions, very hot out there today. But 2-score game, Ontario in the lead on the road. We'll take a break here live and free on the OH Report.
Are you ready for the comeback?
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital.
After quick first down play, looked to be about tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Good run play, but met right at the line of scrimmage by the defense on that play.
So right around the same spot as they started, 2nd and 10. Ball around the 20-yard line. Miller takes the snap, rolls to the left. Miller looking to throw on the run. He's got a man. He completes it, but he stepped out of bounds, did not see the sideline. So Landon Foltz not aware of his area, and it's back where they started again for the 3rd down.
Yeah, great play. We call that, it's almost a sideline play where you have the rollout to the small side. You have everybody doing corners or outs. So you're getting everybody to the sideline to roll out for the quarterback. And he just got too far to the sideline. He was standing out of bounds and didn't know it.
3rd and 10. 11:22 left in the 2nd quarter. Miller takes a snap with a man in motion. He's got some good blockers, got time to throw it. He's now going to tuck it and run. Diving forward, but not anywhere near the 1st down. It'll be 4th down in their own territory, likely going to be a punt here.
You're either going to see a punt or you'll see another play because they're up 2 possessions and their defense has looked really good, forcing 2 turnovers. So it looks like their offense is going to stay on the field and go for it.
3 wide, near side. 1 up top. Oh, they got him to go outside.
Don't even have to run a play.
And that's going to be an automatic 1st down because it was 4th and 3. Home and Kitchen Supply, 1st down. Kudos to that play call. Jumping the Centerburg Trojans offside. New set of downs, ball at the 32-yard line of Ontario. Miller with 5 wide. It's going to be a QB draw. Runs up the middle, gets hit, and will gain about 2.
Yeah, tackle on the play looked to be led by, that'd be Carson Ross, number 7. The linebackers, along with his partner, Caylan LeMaster, the linebackers were able to recognize the QB draw and quickly filled the hole that was made by the offensive line. And it'll be 2nd and about 8.
Ball at the 35. Just under 10 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Here's the snap, handoff. That will go there to Studer. So 3rd down and medium here.
We'll likely see a pass play on this down. We'll have trips to the bottom of your screen. It's like a tight end set up on the top of your screen.
The snap to Miller, rolling to the left as he gets it. Looking downfield, nothing still. Has to throw it away, and he does.
Yeah, great possession there by the Trojan defense. They saw the rollout, all the defensive backs stayed with their man. The linebackers and the defensive line were able to pressure the quarterback to throw the ball away. So now we will likely have our first punt of the game.
Back to punt is number 47, Carter Weaver.
Back to return is Mason Tursk. And looks like 24.
Good block
Jack
by
Lawrence.
the back 2 there to keep the punter safe. Here's the return and tackled immediately down. And getting there was Grady Muncie. Centerburg 1st down on their own territory. They'll be down around the 25-30 range. At the 27.
Trojans still got a whole half and almost a majority of a quarter left to try and get back in this one. Still down 2 possessions. See if they can cut this lead in half. Everybody's making sure they're getting real hydrated. It's a scorcher out here, nice and hot. Even the refs are getting their water bottles.
And even us broadcasters have our Gatorade bottles.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's got to stay hydrated, especially in hot ones. You want to avoid cramps as much as possible. As we saw first game of the week, our first game of the season, a lot of cramps in the game we did. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. Keep all your best players as healthy as they can possibly be.
Yeah, we were out in East Knox territory. We were in Howard for that game against Northridge, 14-0 East Knox. East Knox, of course, playing right now against Crestview on the road. Here we are, ready to play again. Centerburg with the snap. And there's a complete pass right around the line of scrimmage. Running for a couple extra yards is number 26, Tristan Hankinson. Throw by Jesse Rings.
Yeah, they had almost a line there formation with you got one receiver and two receivers in a line right behind them, and there's almost a makeshift screen play for the receiver to. And they got a good chunk of 6 yards out of it, so it sets them up with nice and second and short.
Another snap for Rings. Hands off, gets it to LeMaster, but not much going. This Ontario defensive line has been strong today.
Yeah, it's been really strong, but like we said, they have a 4 front with 3 linebackers, so they outnumber the front of the Trojans, so they're just getting through the line every single time. If they run a blitz plays are very killer, especially if it's a run play, because they can fill the gaps the offensive lines are leaving.
3rd and 5. Ball on the 33-yard line. Here's a snap for Rings. Rings, quick throw, complete, but dropped at the last second, and that's going to be 4th down. So the drop by Tursky.
Yeah, it looked like the outside linebacker blitzed there to pressure the quarterback to throw it early. Looked like he went a little bit late, so they had a shot to make the completion. Just an unfortunate drop by the receiver.
Fourth and 5. 4th and 6. Under 8 minutes left.
Looks like the Trojans only have 10 men on the field.
Centerburg back to punt. Just getting it off. It's a line drive that fortunately gets over there into Ontario territory around the 39.
But the punter did get run into, so we may see a 10-yard, maybe a personal, or maybe a 5. So we could see 4th and 1, or we could see an automatic first down.
39-yard line. Penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, we'll see if they motion running into or roughing. Five-yard penalty.
That'll be a running into the kicker, so yeah, that'll be a 5-yard penalty, so it'll be 4th and 1.
Now down 2 scores, do you go for this?
And a flag on the coaching staff of the Trojans. Might have been an unsportsmanlike conduct or a sideline warning on the Trojans.
Referee's going to huddle here. Oh.
Running into the kicker, first down.
So it will be first down.
Sideline warning on the Trojans.
So it is running into the kicker. They give them the first down, but a warning on the Centerburg coaches.
Looks like it may have been a 4th and 5. Potentially, because they did mark the 5 yards and they gave the first down. But if it was 4th and 6, like I said, a running in the kicker should have been a 4th and 1.
And I saw, like, right before the punt, they had moved them back a little bit because the Centerburg line was cheating up, and the ref went in there and stepped them back about a yard. So interesting to see that 4th and 6. It was on the scoreboard as 4th and 6. Go for a first down on a 5-yard penalty. Here's a snap rolling to the right for Rings. Rings is going to get taken down, but He gets a throw off, and it's immediately intercepted by Ontario. Picked off by Craig Powers. That's his second pick of the season.
Yeah, watch the quarterback. He's running out. He knows the receiver is going to try and help out the quarterback. He just cut off the pass. Made a great play to get that pick.
As we said, that's his second of the year. Had one against Lexington last week. So after the first down via penalty, Ontario getting much better field position here with just one extra play.
Yeah, if you're Ontario, you don't mind that 5-yard penalty turning into a first down right now because you got your third turnover of the game.
Ontario up 2 scores, have good position to make it 3 scores. Here's the handoff, stiff arm, but falling to the ground there is Studer.
Yeah, good tackle there by LeMaster. Look, about an ankle tackle if he wasn't able to bring him down. Probably would have had a decent yard gain for yards, but it'll be a 2nd and 10, so got him down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line of Centerburg. Miller. To his right, Studer. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends as well. Here's the handoff. Studer not able to get past that defensive end, and it's a loss of 2.
Yeah, great tackle on the play there by Tommy House. Great play made. He's able to stay with his blocker until he saw the running back cut to break it outside, and he gets off his blocker and goes up and makes the play.
And he just wrapped him up, didn't let his feet leave, and that results in the loss, the tackle for loss. Here's 4 wide here on 3rd down for Ontario. Miller with shotgun to the right. He will roll right, and he's got plenty of space. He does want to throw, however, but he'll go ahead and try and get some yardage up forward. Goes around the 32-yard line. It'll be short of the first down, but it's go for it territory, of course.
Oh yeah, they went for it in their own sideline. They did go on 2 count and got a false start, but still they're showing they're willing to go for it on their own sideline. So why not go for it when it's 4th and 3?
4th and 3, ball on the 32, under 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Ontario Warriors have been strong today. 3 wide on their near side. Shotgun with a running back to the left. Handoff Studer. Studer needs to get there, gets under a tackle, and easily gets the first down right around the 23.
Yeah, another inside run play. You got a big boy in the backfield, is able to get you good chunks of yardage because he's got a little short, but he's got a lot of size to him, and he's got some good speed and good power behind him. So he's able to get the next nice, more than 3 yards is what they needed. So they got about 6 or 7 yards on that carry. So he did his job.
There's another Home and Kitchen Supply first down. 1st and 10. Ball at the 24. Miller the snap, handoff again to Studer. Studer, he's got some space. He's all alone. He's going to the goal line. 5, touchdown. Chase Studer with his 2nd of the ball game. It's 20-0.
Yeah, great run play, but once again set up by a huge turnover. The DBs for the Warriors have been really good. You've had Chase Stouffer coming up with a fumble recovery, and then Powers was able to get 2 picks. Your DBs are coming up really big for the Warriors right now, setting up easy, good field position for these touchdowns that they're running in, because that's their, I believe, 3rd rushing touchdown.
Shout out to the men in the trenches opening up a lane for Studer. He was, other than right at the line of scrimmage, pretty much untouched all the way to the end zone. And the extra point is good. Keeps it an even 21-0 ball game.
The Touchdown Club would like to thank the following sponsors of the 2023 football season.
And we're going to take another break. 21-0, Ontario on top, 3 scores here in the second quarter. Live and free on the OH Report. Kickoff for Ontario, their 3rd of this game. Counting the opening kickoff, 4th of the game. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. It's 21-0 Warriors. And they have looked really strong. 3 rushing touchdowns. Offensive line has been superb. Defensive line as well. And they've got 2 interceptions to go along with it. Berg, this is
a fumble
dominance here.
recovery.
Yes, and a fumble recovery. And they're kicking off to the Trojans. This is all, of course, on the road as well. So very impressive stuff from the Warriors. Here's a return from LeMaster. He slips a little bit. Not able to get out to that 20-yard line, just about the 19.
Yeah, the Ontario Warriors kickoff team was there waiting for him, too. If he didn't slip down, he was going to get hit by at least 4 or 5 Warriors on that play.
So the Ontario defense. We didn't get to pregame today, so we want to give a quick shout-out to this defense who has played really strong here today, and this lineup's going to come to you thanks to Webb's Marathon and Automotive. You see the lineup there, all of them contributing to the 3 turnovers they have so far in a quarter and a half of play. Here's the snap. It'll be a handoff to LeMaster. He's down around the 20, so not much of a gain.
Good play made by the number 1, Braylon Wilson, senior from the Ontario Warriors, playing, looks to be free safety. Came all the way from his deep spot to try and make that play on the running back.
2nd down and 9. 4.5 to go in the second. Rings in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Rings looking to the left. Now goes right. 1v1. Trevin Harris with the, just lost it right by us here, Berg. It was a battle of 14s between Trevin Harris and also it was Craig Powers there defending him as there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, a little bit of surprise, though. They're going right at Powers after he already has 2 picks in the game, but they're not afraid to throw it at him, even with his 2 interceptions.
Referees will convene.
Looks like there's a flag in the way backfield and a flag near the 50.
Offensive pass interference.
Yeah, it looks like Powers was ready to try and turn and try and make another play to get his 3rd pick of the game, and it looked like the offensive receiver put his hands on his back. So that would be Trevin Harris put his hands on Powers' back to try and push off and try and get up and go get it. So that will be the offensive pass interference. So that'll be a loss of downs. So it'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, 2nd and 9. Ball in the 20. 4:18 to go, and here's an open tackler, just misses Jesse Rings. Rings is going to have to run. He goes out of bounds. Oh, and a late hit. And there is a flag.
Huge hit by number 85 on that one, but that hit was made by Alan O'Blisk, but that'll be a late hit out of bounds as the...
And also on that play, there was an open rusher. Trey Booker was inches away from that sack.
Personal foul on the Warriors.
And since he misses that sack, that leads to that late hit out of bounds. It'll be an automatic 1st down. So the automatic 1st down puts them at the 38-yard line of Centerburg.
Over. Let's go!
First and 10. Rings takes the snap, looks left. Now goes to the right. Nowhere to go, has to throw something in. It's bobbled, incomplete, intended for Harris.
Yeah, another rollout play. Seems both offenses are going to their rollout and inside zone handoffs. For their runs inside zone, for their pass, they're each rolling out. Both going to almost old school style offense of like they're running crosses and deep throws. So far, it's worked out better for the Warriors than it has for the Trojans.
2nd down and 10. Rings takes it. Hand off to LeMaster. LeMaster to the left of the line, now cuts in and is taken down right around the scrimmage.
LeMaster on the carry,
So like we've been saying, another inside zone run. Both teams are running it heavily. Another well-played defensive stand by the Warriors, though. Their defensive front has been pretty dominant in this first half.
3rd and long, 5 wide. Rings all alone in the backfield. Here's a snap. Rings, cuts in, gets out of the pocket, has to lob one up, going for Harris, and he slipped. Incomplete, and it was under him by quite a bit. So 4th and long, Centerburg has to punt.
Yeah, the disadvantage of having a grass field is that when it rains, the field will get muddy and slippery, and it's been raining the last couple days down here in this area. So the field is still pretty wet and still slippery, so you're seeing a lot of slips by DBs, receivers, and running backs.
And it looked like an awkward fall from Trevin Harris, but he seems to be up and all right. 3.5 minutes for Ontario to get something here once they receive this punt. Here's a snap, and that's going to be a jump off sides.
Trey Booker was way early on that punt. His jump, he tried and jumped the count. Looks like he tried to guess the count there, and he was way off sides. He was halfway to the punter before the ball was even snapped.
And especially when you're a D end, especially on those punts, it's very obvious when you jump offside. Some of the inside guys could potentially get away with that, but you are the first man that official on the near side sees.
Yeah, the line judge is definitely going to see you jumping off the edge, especially when you know after the last punt that the punts have been kind of low off the punter's foot. You're trying to get there early to make sure it gets blocked to set yourself up with even better field position.
4th and 5, ball in the 43. Snap, no one offside this time, and it's punted towards us, and it will bounce out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
So 3:15 to go in the first half. Your Warriors are leading 21-0 to the home Trojans, and the Warriors will have possession around the 20-yard line to start off this drive, which if they use the clock well, they could come out with the last possession of the quarter.
So summary of what we've seen so far. Centerburg went empty their first drive. They turned it over on downs over on Ontario territory. Then the Warriors took over, drove it down the field, scored a rushing touchdown with Bodpin Miller. After that, it's been turnover central for Centerburg, and the Ontario Warriors have capitalized twice, 2 rushing touchdowns for Chase Studer. That makes it 21-0. Ontario here with another drive. Throw down the field just past the intended target there. It looked like Bodpin Miller was going for Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd has a huge side advantage over the small defensive backs of Centerburg. Just unable to connect on that play. Ball just a couple feet out in front of him. They kind of want him to either, you want to lead him, but not that much. You kind of want to put it near his chest or his outside hands, but just a little bit too far ahead of him on that play. Expect to see an inside run or a rollout pass here.
2nd and 10. It is a handoff and some space here for Studer. Shoves off the first tackler, gets shoved out of bounds around the 28. So another official actually marked him around with an 8-yard gain, but the flag anyways will take this back.
Block in the back on Ontario was declined, but a holding on Ontario was accepted. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So that'll push them to about a 2nd and 20, 21-ish.
A lot of ground to make up now. Ball on the 24-yard line. 2.5 and running to go in the second quarter. Miller takes it. Looking left. Throws towards the middle. It passes complete to Floyd. He's taken down around the 37, 38-yard line.
Yeah, it's a good play there. Good post move. The post in there, so he's going about 10 yards up the field. Then he's cutting up towards the goalposts and or towards the center of the field on that play. So you got a good 16 yards back for them on that play.
Screen pass
get the
back
ball
to
again.
Floyd. And Floyd stays up, goes out of bounds, and gets the first down.
Miller's pass.
Yeah, Caylan LeMaster met him at the sideline and gave him a little shove to get him out of bounds, but he still refused to go down after that hit.
Now under 2 minutes left, clock stops and now runs again to move the chains. Clock continues to run, 1 minute and a half.
Clock probably should not be running, considering it is a first down and he ran out of bounds.
Hand off to Studer. Studer stays in play and will stumble for 3 yards.
Yeah, look for Ontario to start using their timeouts here. They got 1:17 to go, and they're around the 50-yard line. And that's exactly what they do here is they take their first timeout of the half.
First timeout for either sides, in fact.
Okay,
Ontario will talk this over, and also Centerburg.
In the Centerburg huddle right now, you got to be telling your defense. We've been struggling a little bit. We're down 21 points. We just want to get a stop on this drive, go into halftime only down 21. We do not want to give up points. We want to go back to the fundamentals. Watch the ball before it gets snapped. No jumping off sides. No late hits out of bounds. Make sure you're getting all your calls correct. If it's a blitz, make sure you know where you're going, what gap you're going. Make sure you know what coverage you're in. In the Ontario huddle, they're going, hey, we're good. We're up 21. We get another touchdown on this drive. We have a 4-possession lead. We don't need to score, but it'd be nice to score on this drive. So this is what we're going to do, and you're going to break down the play by play for each player because you have the time to decide what you want to do.
Both teams back out on the field. Here is 2nd down and 7. Ball on the 47-yard line of Ontario. Miller takes the snap. Quick screen. And it's going to be a trick play. Wide open down the field. It's Frank House. He's going to go to the house. Touchdown Ontario makes it 27-0. The trick play off the timeout works. And Frank House had nobody anywhere near him. And he gets the 4th touchdown of the game, first passing touchdown. And it's a pass there from the receiver, Peyton Zugan.
Yeah, that was a great play call there right off the timeout. They've been running zones. They've been running some receiver screens over on each sidelines, and that drew everybody to the receiver on that play and left number 15 wide open. No one within at least 20 yards of him when he got in the end zone.
Extra points good from Booker. It's 28-0. What a performance here today. Again, I'm going to say it. Ontario, fantastic play. We're going to take another touchdown break live and free on the OH Report.
It's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
28-0. Kickoff coming from Ontario. We'll get you a replay of that touchdown here after the kickoff. But Ontario on the road putting it on the Trojans. Sun starting to set here. Starting to feel a little bit better here in the press box.
Oh, yeah, not as much heat. The sun's not blaring down at us, not cooking us. Feels a little bit better, especially with the fans blowing in here.
Kickoff by Weaver. Is retrieved. Returned by Tursky. Still on his feet. Just not able to get around that last tackler. So here is that trick play touchdown.
Tursky on the return, tackled by Hefner. First down, Trojans.
At least I thought I had it. But you can see that later tonight on Friday Night Pigskin. It will most definitely be there.
But anyways, on that play, what you saw was a fake bubble screen where they threw the ball to the bubble route and they were moving their linebackers and a couple of the receivers over to block for him. And that just left the outside receiver to break free from anybody because they all thought it was just going to be a play right there. And then when the receiver winds up to throw the ball, you get a wide open receiver downfield, a great throw to him, and that's an easy touchdown with nobody on him.
1 minute left here in the second quarter. Handoff to LeMaster. LeMaster still gets around and gets tackled out of bounds. We'll see if they say he's down in or if the clock will keep, or if down out, or if it'll keep running, but it looks like it'll stop.
Yeah, the ends for Ontario got a little bit pulled inside there by the movement from the offensive line, so that allowed the running backs to break it outside to try and gain a couple bit of yards. Needed a little bit more discipline from the outside linebackers and ends for Ontario. But other than that, they're playing really good defense. They've forced three.
Looked like they wanted to hand off, but wisely keeping it is Rings.
Great play there.
Take a look at this. You're going to see him cut through on your screen. He just got right there, number 85.
So what you're going to see there is Alan O'Bliss completely run through, unblocked, right through the center gap to make that huge hit on the running back. And then the play is finished by Trey Booker, who takes down the quarterback in the backfield for a couple loss of about 5. So now it will be 3rd and 11 after this timeout was taken by the Warriors.
So a timeout. Let's take a look at this replay here of the touchdown for Ontario. This made it 28-0.
So, yep, you're going to see a quick bubble. Everybody's blocking downfield. He fakes the bubble, gets a wide open receiver downfield.
Almost got our cameraman Jacob Gessner too there.
Yeah, a great play call out the timeout.
And that makes it a 4-touchdown game. Ontario, their defense is also performing strongly. No points yet for the Trojans. The closest they've been was that opening drive when they had the good kickoff and also the penalty on the Warriors that gave them even better field position.
Yeah, it's just been a struggle for the Trojans. You get a little bit disappointed after your last season promotion, but we'll see if they can fix what's going on here in the second half, as it is 4th and 10 with only 32 seconds to go. So they'll most likely punt it off, and then the Warriors will probably kneel it down and send us to half, or they may try and give it one more go with 32 seconds left to go.
So that pass from Rings intended for Isaiah Sully is incomplete, just a little bit underneath him. Couldn't get it quite there. So 4th and 10.
Look for the Warriors to pressure the kick here, as the last couple punts have been a little low off the foot. So look for them to pressure this punt and try and block it and get really good field possession with 30 seconds left.
And this punt will go, looks like, about 30-40 yards. It'll be recovered by Floyd, but Floyd not really having anywhere to go, just gets down. Homan Kitchen Supply first down here for Ontario. We'll see if they try to get something down the field or if they'll just knee it and take it to the half.
Yeah, they get about 56 yards to go in 21 seconds. As we saw on their last offensive play with that trick play, they've been able to do it. Let's see if they'll attempt to try and go for another touchdown here, or if they'll kneel it down and take us to the half. The Warriors have 3 receivers to the top side, 1 receiver to the low side. A lot of defensive backs on the field for the Trojans.
Snap for Miller. Rolls right. He's got blockers, space as well. Pass complete. First down.
I would say that play answers our question. Looks like they're going to try and put more points up on the board, whether it's a field goal or another touchdown. They're at least going to try.
And it was a pass completed to Frank House, who had that receiving touchdown earlier.
So with 14 seconds left, the strategy here is trying to get quick out plays to the outsides, try and keep the clock stopped as much as you can, or just go for a big play and try and gun it to the end zone.
Here's the snap. Throw it way up in the air and away with 8 seconds to go. Ball on the 44. Miller saw nothing.
Yeah, this will probably be a Hail Mary pass here with 8 seconds to go. You got maybe 2 plays if you're quick with the first one, but this one will probably just be a Hail Mary. So
getting the play from the sideline.
You look to see, try and get, looks like it'll be 3 receivers to the top side and 1 lone receiver to the bottom as bubbles are blowing across the screen. Don't know what that's about, but here we go with probably the last play of the first half.
Miller drops back, looking deep. Target, Frankhouse, and he just missed it. 1 second to go, so there's another chance here for Ontario, but that was probably the best one they'll see.
Yeah, it was a great throw by the quarterback. Great route run by the receiver. He has great breakaway speed. He's getting open. You saw him make the only touchdown catch of the game so far, but Quentin Frankhouse, his breakaway speed is full on display, just unable to reach the ball at the end zone.
So this one's 3rd and 10, 1 second to go. They've got one more shot at the end zone.
Looks like they'll use their last time out of the game to talk this play over one more time.
Timeout Ontario.
Yeah, so timeout called. And we'll take one with them here, live and free on the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Last play of the half, 1 second to go. Ontario gonna go long. Up 4 touchdowns, trying to make it 5. Miller drops back. It's gonna be a screen play, and Studer's gonna have blockers. Studer towards the middle. Now rolls out to the right, still on his feet, but he'll go down around the 22-yard line, and that's gonna do it for this first half.
Yeah, so the Ontario Warriors will go into the second half up 28-0. Trojans are going to look to turn it around in the second half, see if they can talk it over at halftime and see if they can make any changes.
28-0 Warriors with a strong first half on the road. We'll see what they do in the second half, and we'll see Centerburg's response when we return after the halftime show. And stay tuned here on OH Report. We will have the bands here live and free for you. We're going to take a break and be back.
Are you ready for the comeback?
3, 2, 1, let's go!
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Back live and free here from the heart of Ohio, Centerburg. And it's Jonathon Langdon here alongside Brandon Ehrenberg. A dominant first half for Ontario. The Warriors up 28-0. They've got 236 total yards here today, Brandon.
Yeah, their offense has been completely dominant, as well as their defense, though, with only allowing 10 total yards from the Trojans. It's been a tough one in the trenches for the Trojans. They have a couple of successful pass plays, but the run game has not been going too hot for them. 1 minute until the second half's about to kick off. The refs are culminating at the center of the field, getting ready for the kickoff. Here come the players for both teams making their way out onto the field.
And Centerburg started with the ball, so they're going to kick off to Ontario, which is likely why we saw at the very end of the first half, Ontario was going for the end zone.
Yeah, Ontario knew they were getting back-to-back possessions, so if they could get an extra touchdown, they'd be up even more. But they're still feeling good about a 28-point lead at halftime, getting ready to start the third quarter.
So 4 scores separate the two teams, and the sun is as close to down as you'll get here as before dark hits. Clock hits 0 on the halftime clock. Referee will hand the ball to the kicker here. It'll be number 17 for Centerburg. Kicking off will be Caylan LeMaster. He has it now. It will take a heck of a comeback for Centerburg, but it has to start on the defensive end as Ontario will get the second half kick. LeMaster with the arm up. And the third quarter's underway. A line drive that dribbles along the grass field. It lands in the hands here for a big-time return. Still going here is number 7. He's taken down around the 45. That is Peyton Zugan.
Yeah, Zugan had a great return there, but once again, as we've seen a lot in this game, there's another flag on the field. There'll probably be a block in the back or holding on the return team, so that'll likely push them back even after that great return. Yep, it'll be a block in the back penalty on the Warriors.
So Zugan's return is taken back just a little bit. Zugan had that passing touchdown on the trick play to Quentin Frankhouse.
Yeah, so an alt loss of 20 yards on that return due to the spot foul and the 10 additional yards on the block in the back. So the possession will start around the 20-yard line. Here comes the Warriors offense that has looked great so far in this first half of this game.
And here comes Bodpin Miller, who has been at the forefront of that, along with his running back to his right, who has 2 touchdowns today. Chase Studer, he'll likely get a handoff here, and he does to start, and he gets around a couple defenders and gains a couple yards.
Yeah, tackled by a unit of Trojans there, led by number 26, Tristan Hankinson. So it would be second and about 7 on the 23-yard line for the Warriors.
Shotgun again. Trips stacked right to the right side of the offensive line. Also, one more receiver on our near side. It's a toss play. Taking this is number 21, Nate Spencer. He gains a couple yards. Still third down, though.
Yeah, they had a close bunch formation in there on the right side. So they had 3 additional blockers on the line for the little toss they had there, and he put his shoulder down to gain a couple extra yards. It'll set up a 3rd and 3 on the 29.
Two receivers, both ends. 3rd down and 2, ball on the 28. Handoff again, Studer, and he will surge through for the first down.
Another good inside zone run there. They've been using it a lot in the first half. There's no reason to stop using it with the success they found on the ground and in the air.
So now ball on the 33, a new set of downs. 10.5 to go in the third. 28-0 Ontario. Centerburg's defense needs a big play here. Here's the snap. Looking medium range and getting the completion to number 13, Noah Poole. There is Miller for the first down.
Yeah, the Trojans look to be in almost a zone defense there, and found the gap in the zone, was able to sit down and get open for his quarterback to throw right into his chest, right at the first down yard line. Got a couple additional yards after that first down marker.
There's our replay thanks to Monarch Title Services. And here we are again, another first down for Ontario, moving the ball well. A fake toss. Miller will shuffle to the other side. Here will be another first down. And right around the same amount of yardage, 10 to 15 yards on the gain. And Miller with the fake toss takes it himself, doesn't get touched until he gets past the first down line.
Yeah, when you got a running quarterback, you basically have two runners in the backfield at all times. So you have a good running back who has 2 touchdowns in this game, and a quarterback who has a running touchdown in this game. So you don't really know who's getting the ball, so you got to be able to cover them both.
And you've got a 28-point lead. You can do really anything you want here if you're Ontario. Another handoff as tackled up in the backfield. There, yeah, it was
Caylan LeMaster led the charge there for the Trojans.
It was actually Vanselberg who was there that got tackled. Well, for the rusher, Vanselberg.
Yeah, I was talking about the defense, John.
Yeah, I'm talking offense. I almost said Studer. But it was Vanselberg there. Studer is now in. 4 wide here on second down and long. Ball on the 42-yard line of Centerburg. Snap rolling to the left. Miller stops, thought about throwing downfield, now will run, getting through a couple tacklers. He's got some blockers, just gets down. Nice open field tackle there by the Centerburg defender. Miller a gain of about 9.
Yeah, rolling to the long side. He had a lot of space to look for his receivers, saw no one was open, saw a lane, decided to take it.
And he almost broke free there, but that tackle from number 19 there for Centerburg, it's Mason Tursky who kept from an even bigger gain.
Yeah, Tursky made what looked like it could have been a touchdown-saving tackle, even though they still have 32 yards to go.
8.5 minutes here left in the third quarter. Ball on the 32-yard line. It's 3rd and 1. Handoff to Studer. Studer cuts inside, gets the first down.
Yep, tackled right at the 30, but that'll be enough to get a first down. The 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. We'll see if the Warriors continue to go with this run game that's treated them very well in the first half and very well so far in this drive.
Ball now at the 29. 4 wide here. Miller awaiting the snap. Here's the Home and Kitchen Supply first down. Fake toss, Miller cuts to the middle, and he's taken down right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the Trojans' front has looked pretty good throughout this game. Another play that they made there. They're just hoping to stack some more plays on top of that and try and slow down the Warriors' offense.
So 2nd and 9. They'll move up a yard. Actually, it doesn't look even that they even did move up a yard, so it'll still be 2nd and 10. 4 wide, Miller, snap, looks middle, now looks right, lobs one over the top, nobody there.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver was running a come back and go route, so he ran about 6 or 7 yards downfield, stopped, turned his quarterback, and started running with the DB. Looked like at the about the 5-yard mark, disrupted the route, which is allowed up to the first 5 yards. And that looked like it disrupted the timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Third and 10. Ontario now to the line. 28-0 Warriors, just running some plays, looking for another touchdown, some insurance. Here's a snap. Miller almost gets tackled and now does get sacked. Ball on the ground. Balls are in the hands of a Centerburg player, but it looks like he was down first, so it'll be 4th and long.
Yeah, great play there by number 5, Heath Merklin there. Looked like a outside, looked like a corner rush almost. Yeah, corner rush off the end. Caught the Warriors by surprise there. Was able to make a play. Looks like the Warriors will try and punt here.
Yeah, so being wise, although with a 4-score lead, giving them this kind of position would be dangerous in the third quarter. So clock will run and it will be at 6.5 left in the third. And they'll try to pin them deep here. Three blockers halfway across the snap. Won't even be needed as that punt by Weaver barely went anywhere. That maybe went 10 yards. And the punt's downed at the 34-yard line. So that one skied high, no distance.
Yeah, not the greatest punt, but you're more than happy with the drive as you took almost half the clock of the third quarter out with one possession. So when you're up by four possessions, kind of what you're looking to do is try and waste as much time, put as many points on the board as you can to kind of just end the game as quickly as possible. Because you're already up by so much, you kind of want to just keep putting it on and keep running the clock as much as you can to not leave any room for a comeback for the Trojans if you're the Warriors.
Centerburg get it back. This will be their first possession of the second half with 6:08 left in the third. 1st and 10, ball on the 34. Motion to the near side. Here's the snap. Handed off, but actually now kept by the QB. He's going to run for a first down. Jesse Rings improvises and gets to the marker.
That looked like Jesse Rings handed the ball off to LeMaster, and then LeMaster looked like as he got hit, tosses the ball back to his quarterback, and the quarterback gets a big run there for the Trojans.
And he gets the first down, so risky there from LeMaster to try and toss that back to him, but it works out. And you do need those risky plays when you're down 28. You need everything to go your way, and that's something you definitely like to see. Getting that first down, moving up the field. Still in their territory, but they're close to midfield. Here's a snap, Rings, finds a receiver. It's Sully.
Yeah, that's a very long pass for a quarterback to go about 6 yards. You're throwing away from your body a good distance away, but a good first down play that'll set up a second and short, so about second and about 3 or 4.
Looks like 4. Yeah, so they're at the 49. They are in Ontario territory, but barely. 4 wide. Rings sees something. Takes a snap. High snap. Has to get it off quickly, and he does. Caught once again by Trevin Harris. That's the second time he's slipped today.
Yeah, it looked like he slipped, and his foot went out of bounds on the slip, but that will be enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line of the Warriors.
So Harris makes the catch, moves the chains, stops the clock as well. So it's now running after the chains have been moved. 5:06 in running.
So after about 10 yards of total offense in the first half, the Trojans are looking to put together a decent drive so far. See if they can continue and try and find the end zone.
Here's Rings. It's a blitz from Ontario, and a big one at that.
Yeah, that'll be about a 13-yard loss on the sack. It's a great play made there by Trey Booker, number 3 for the Warriors.
Blitz right away. And the Warriors got to him, and that's a big-time loss. It's now 2nd and 25. 24. Ball in the 41. They're back in their own territory. I got a question for you after this play. Here's the snap.
Like
Rings still running away. Has to get past the rushers. Throws it. And it's intercepted. The big boy with the interception.
Oh, you love that right there as a big man. You don't get very many opportunities at the ball, but when they throw it up in the air, dangerous pass by the quarterback. Huge play by number 50, Ryder Hensley.
So Ryder Hensley with the pick. The junior, 6 foot, 265 with the hands. Ontario with the ball back.
As a former defensive lineman, you don't get many opportunities at the ball. You just gotta love when that happens for your offense and defensive linemen.
And he showed off the hands too.
He's like, Coach, put me in a tight end. I can catch.
Man, when you get a D-line pickoff, that's when you know that things are going right for you.
Yeah, your defense has forced 3 interceptions, and a fumble recovery. Normally you think the lineman would get the fumble recovery, but no, he got one of the picks. Here's another first down for the Warriors at about the 41-yard line.
Miller takes the snap, handoff to Studer. Actually, it's an option. It will be kept by Miller, and Miller is untouched so far. He's still going. Goes around the 20 and is taken down for a first down.
Yeah, he'll get taken down around the 21-yard line, so a nice 20-yard rush by Miller, showing off his speed. Tricked the outside lineman there by faking the handoff, and he breaks a 20-yard rush out of him. Looks like he may have been tripped up there by the corner.
And there's a flag on the field too. Very late one at that.
There is a injured Warrior down around the 40-yard line. Looks to be Floyd, number 11.
Yeah, so they'll tend to him. He gets up.
We did not really see what happened there on that play as is away from the ball. Looks like he may have been taking a late hit from somebody. That's maybe the cause for the flag. Both teams in their huddles. The ref's kind of trying to figure out what's going on.
Both teams, yeah, discussing here after that big play. Bodpin Miller with the option, gains a hefty amount of yards and sets up a first down right outside the red zone.
Still waiting on the refs to decide what they want to do here with this flag on the field.
Yeah, and they're not really meeting either.
No, they're hiding. There's a group hiding behind the Ontario huddle over there. The side judge, the back judge, and it looks like one of the main officials are all in a conversation, talking with the Ontario sideline, seeing what they want. So I'm assuming this penalty will be on the Trojans, considering they're talking to the sideline, asking them what they want to do. Here comes the main official. Oh, it's a sideline warning on the Warriors. Never mind. So that won't really do much, but another warning. If the Warriors get another warning, then that will be a personal penalty on the coaching staff of the Warriors. So both sidelines have been issued a sideline warning in this game. So nothing really happened on that with the flag, so we'll start another play here.
You know, I gotta say, with a stadium like this, it's hard to stay in your on your sideline.
Yeah.
Here's a snap here, the handoff to Studer. Studer still looking, runs around. He's got some space, and we'll get about 8 or 9.
Yeah, about your previous comment, yeah, both sidelines, there's not really much space, so there's not really any. You can't really tell where the sideline would be, so it's kind of hard to decide where the sideline warnings are going to happen. But after the play, there seemed to be a lot of flags thrown. So something was either said or maybe a shove happened. We'll try to figure out who it was on and where the ball will be placed after the penalties.
We'll see if we can catch this on the replay. See if we can find this potentially unnecessary roughness. I don't see anything, do you?
I don't see anything in there. There may have been something off to the side after the play.
Ref still meeting. All of them at this point. Here is a unnecessary roughness call on both sides, so they will offset.
Offsetting penalties. So the play should stand, but no penalties will be issued because they are offsetting. So one on each team of equal amount of yards, so offset.
And the ball's marked here at the 13-yard line, 2nd and 2. 3:42 to go in this third quarter.
Waiting on the side official on our local side over here. All the officials are set. We're ready to begin the play.
So it'll be 4 wide again. Bodpin Miller pitches. Studer gets to the outside. Studer, he's on 2 touchdowns, trying to make it 3. He's down at the 5.
There's another flag out on the field thrown by the side judge. The signal's holding on the Warriors.
That's 3 plays in a row that we've seen flags.
Yeah, there's been a lot of laundry. Looks like they called holding on the closest near side receiver.
Yeah, so that is the call. That'll send them back 10 yards.
That'll be on number 12, Langdon Foltz.
So now it'll be 2nd and 13. See a big play in this last drive. You see a big play, and then you wonder what's going to happen with it with all the laundry flying out on the field.
Yeah, so it'll be a spot foul, so it'll be more of a 2nd and 6 situation because the penalty happened around the 5-yard line, so the ball was placed around the 15. Looks like about the 17-yard line. So yeah, 2nd and 6.
And here's Miller again, 4 wide, looking left. They think they got him in the end zone. They do. Touchdown, Ontario.
Yeah, that'll be great play from Miller to Floyd. We saw Floyd go down a couple plays ago, hurt, but he gets back on the field and gets a touchdown.
That makes it 34-0. Warriors with their 2nd passing touchdown in the game. First one, however, for the quarterback, Bodkin Miller.
Yep, and we'll see the field go up on the replay. He fakes the out route, and he cuts back in. He beats his defender. The safety tries to come over and get him, but the ball gets there right on time. He's able to get into the end zone. Now we'll see the point after here. Try and make it 35-0.
2:37 on the clock. Trey Booker sees it through to make it 35-0.
2 minutes, 34 seconds to go. The Trojans will get the ball again. At this point, if you're the Trojans, you got to score on every drive now to even have a shot.
Need the offense to get going.
We saw it start to get going there in their previous drive, but then the penalties and the interception ended the drive. We're starting to see a little bit more promise, though, from the Trojans' offense here in the second half.
We're going to take a quick break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
So the touchdown from Miller to Floyd makes it 35-0. Ontario, the visitors, kick off to the Trojans again. This one will get kicked out of bounds, so it'll be a flag. That will get taken to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, so the Trojans looking to get their offense going. We'll start off in pretty good field position with the kickoff going out of bounds. We saw signs of life in their last drive. We'll see if they can try and rekindle that and get something going on the scoreboard.
Need some big plays here, I would say. Get something going that will make you feel good momentum-wise. It'll actually be placed on the 35-yard line, high school football, not NFL.
Both teams out on the field, waiting for the ref signal to be allowed to start the play.
2:15 left in the third. Here's your home and kitchen supply. First down. 4 wide. Here's motion to the left. Rings. Hands off LeMaster right at the line. Stuffed. That'll be a tackle for loss.
Yeah, the 7 front of the Warriors with their 3 linebackers and 4 down linemen. It's been really tough for the Trojans to get any run game going.
So second down and 10. Ball still on that 35-yard line. Under 2 minutes now, clock still rolling. Rings, receives, throws. Trevin Harris is open. Harris slips again and is tackled down by Powers, but a nice shove forward there for the first down by Trevin Harris.
Yeah, good route, good little comeback route. He ran about 5 yards, turned back to the quarterback. Quarterback puts it right on his chest, and he's able to run an extra 5 yards to get the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line.
Harris at the bottom of your screen here again. Defended by Powers. That's a great matchup here that we've seen today. Here's a handoff to LeMaster. LeMaster's got some space. Still rolls to the outside. This could be a big-time play, and it is, all the way out to the 25-yard line of Ontario. From the 45, that's going to be a 30-yard rush.
Yeah, a great little toss action there. He saw the linebackers waiting for him outside, so he kind of cut back in, then weaved back out, and he was running, trying to get to the sideline. And he got chased down by one of the safeties of the Warriors, but a great 30-yard rush for LeMaster.
First big play of the game, and that was much needed here for Centerburg. Another Home and Kitchen Supply first down. Handoff once again to LeMaster. It'll actually be kept this time by Rings. Rings runs, gets around the first tackler, and shoved away by Powers right around the 15.
Yeah. With the read option play, you're trying to read the end, your close end, so you're running it to the left. You'll have the left side end will either have to make a decision to go after the quarterback or go with the running back. Quarterback makes a great decision by keeping it and pulling it and getting a good run on the play.
That's the end of the third quarter. Ontario up big, 35-0 on Centerburg here in the heart of Ohio, live and free on the OH Report.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide.
To LeMaster. Master's running it wide. It looks to gain about 2 or 3 yards, but quickly brought down, and there's a flag on the field once again.
We'll see where this call goes. It's on the offense.
Holding penalty on the Trojans. That will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the hold. And the hold was in the backfield. No, hold at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 1st and 20 from about the 25-yard line.
Rough break for Centerburg. Had a big rush by LeMaster right before the end of the third quarter. Here we are in the fourth, and they get set back by a penalty. And it's 1st and long, 1st and forever here for Rings. Rings takes a snap in the shotgun, has to roll out right, and he needs to beat that edge rusher, and he does. Running now for the line of scrimmage and gets out there for a couple yards.
Yeah, so he'll gain about 6 yards of the penalty yardage back, so it'll be about 2nd and 14. They got 10:40 to go here in the game to try and get some points on the board, maybe create some momentum going into next week.
10.5 to go in the fourth. Time ticking. Centerburg can't let that happen too much here. Down 5 scores. Rings loses the snap, able to pick it up, and he'll throw it out to Harris, incomplete.
The ball kind of rolled back to him off the snap, so he tried to get the ball out as quick as he could. He was unable to make a play out there when he had to hurry on the play.
It's a good effort, however, to at least try and go for a receiver rather than just throwing that away. Looked like he could have gotten Harris. Would have been close to seeing if he could get in bounds. But incomplete pass makes it third down and 15. Another one here for Rings. Rolls to the left. Rings looking deep for the end zone. Fight for it is tipped and incomplete. Battle there was between Tursky for Centerburg and Fultz for Ontario. Incomplete pass makes it 4th and long. You need a touchdown here.
Yeah, you need a touchdown here. It's kind of tough when you're trying to throw against this Ontario defensive backcourt. They have 2 interceptions as a unit and a fumble recovery. They're spreading the love out there in the defense and the secondary, and they've been really tough to throw on during this game. Fourth and 15, they need a touchdown or a first down here.
4 wide for Centerburg. Another bad snap, and Powers is just going to get taken down right away. And here's a flag.
He threw the flag, might have been thrown for intentional grounding, but the running back was right in the area, so I think this flag will get picked up. But regardless, I think this penalty will be declined. Yep, and it'll be first down for the Warriors.
So the flag still gets called, but same result, even if the flag did get picked up, so they went ahead and called it, I guess. But Ontario take over on downs. And expect a lot of running, taking time off the clock, ready for Ontario to get out of here with win number 2. Do you expect them to drain this entire clock on one drive?
Well, we saw them in the third quarter take about 6 minutes off during one drive, so if they have the ability to, they're probably going to attempt to.
Harris comes off for Centerburg.
Looks like they have put the backup quarterback into the game. That'll be number 15.
Yeah, that's Quentin Frankhouse. He had the receiving touchdown in the first half. So he hands off. And getting a couple yards. I'm looking for the number there, 21. So that's Nate Spencer in now at running back.
Yep, so it's looking like the number 1s for Ontario's night is most likely done here. Going to allow the second stringers to play out the last 8 minutes of the game.
So it'll be Frankhouse in at QB. Running back now from here on will likely be Spencer. He gets another handoff, but doesn't go anywhere with that one. So 3rd and short coming up.
Also got number 87 out there at receiver.
87, Noah Tuttle.
Paired with number 7 and 29 also.
Peyton Zugan and Bo Hefner. So shout outs to the second team getting in this game today. Thanks to a great effort from the first stringers, putting a 35-0 score up on the board.
Getting ready to snap the ball here. Everybody's getting set.
Shotgun again. A lot of blockers there to the left. It's 3rd and 3 ball on the Ontario 27.
Letting the clock wind down.
Snap, Frankhouse, QB draw. Gets to the outside, just tripped up.
Tripped up
It's gonna be
right at the first. Looks like they're going to give it to him.
quite close there, but a first down nonetheless.
Side judges are signaling for the first down, but it looks like an injury on the field. Looks to be potentially a cramp.
So let's see how close Frankhouse gets here. The first down gets tripped up at the last second and lands around where they spot the ball. So good spot from the officials.
He looks to be cramping after that little 4 or 5 yard run for the first down. Trainers getting him stretched out on the field. So everybody's getting their water breaks because even though the sun has gone down, it is still pretty hot out.
Yeah, it just adds to the humidity, I would assume, down there, and also with those pads like we saw last week. Last week was in the 70s, but still a lot warmer here this week, and it's getting rough on the players. And even in the 70s, players were cramping, and it's going to be racked up even more here.
Oh yeah, last week we saw a cramp almost every single play in the fourth quarter. But here so far, this is our first cramp of the game with 6:44 left to go. So everybody's staying hydrated, which is a good sign.
Knock on wood. We've got a lot of it here in the press box.
Oh yeah, tons of water. A fridge full.
Well, I'm talking about wood.
Oh.
Knock on wood. Frank House is up, back in the huddle.
The Trojan defense is running out onto the field, and the Ontario Warriors offense has run out to answer.
And Frank House will go sit for a bit, and this will bring back Bodpin Miller.
Miller would most likely not do too much here. He'll probably hand the ball off, then run back off to get him off the field to make sure that he doesn't get injured when they're already up 35-0. So he'll probably just see a handoff here, and then he'll have his one play here and then head on off.
6.5 to go in the fourth. Here's the handoff. 26 running to the first down marker. Getting there is Braden Barnhill, the junior.
Barnhill on the carry, tackled by Marshall.
So the second stringer is looking strong here, although that was Miller, but just a handoff from him. The rest all done by the second stringers, first down.
Yeah, it looks like he's way back up. Still suffering from a cramp to his hamstring or calf muscle, so Miller will stay in the game to most likely just hand the ball off here. They don't need to throw, want to run the clock out as much as they can, so he'll most likely just stay in just to hand the ball off.
4 wide, but that running back to the right of Miller. Another inside draw. And that will go outside a little bit for a couple yards.
Barnhill on the carry, tackled by Vinnie Morgan.
Second down and 8.
We expect more of the same here on the 2nd and 8 play, just another inside zone, and here you go. Miller's left the field again, presumably for the final time in this game, with only 5 minutes to go. So we'll probably see another run play. With the third string quarterback in, we'll probably see an option play, give him more of an opportunity to run the ball, so he'll make a decision here on if he wants to hand off or keep it.
So 2nd down and 8. Here's the snap. Correct snap, and it's going to be a first down.
Oh, I am correcting myself here. That is the running back playing Wildcat quarterback, it looks like.
Yeah, so Gavin Miller gets the first down. While we're here, let's go ahead and get some scores from around the area. One that is catching my eye right now, East Knox traveling to Crestview. That is a 20-14 ball game. Cougars are up in that ball game, but East Knox making it interesting on the road. That is in the 4th quarter. Highland, dominant performance today in the 3rd quarter against Triway. They are up 26-7. There's another snap and a handoff. And run for a couple of yards there, 21, that's Nate Spencer.
Yeah, good power rushing. It was an off-tackle rush there. Got a good 5 yards on the play. Like I said, Ontario just looking to run this clock out with about 3:45 left to go.
Fredericktown's up on Northridge, 19-10. That's in the 4th quarter.
Ontario still running down the clock. Waiting to the last possible second to snap it. Here comes the QB keep.
Yeah, just a couple there. Another KMAC team in action. Mount Gilead is down to Upper Sandusky. That score is 26-12. That is final. So Mount Gilead will fall in that matchup.
We'll have about a 3rd and 3 here with about 3:05 left to go.
We were talking about Loudonville playing Utica earlier today. Utica's up 20-2.
Unusual score there.
Yeah, Loudonville with the safety, but that is all that they can muster against Utica today. Here's a snap, another handoff. Barnhill will take it a few. And that was 3rd down, so we are now at 4th.
That'll set up about a 4th and 2. And as we've seen Ontario do so far in this game, looks like they will allow their second stringers to go for it. So either a double count here or another inside zone run. Once again, they will wait to the last possible second on the play clock to take the play.
Just getting close to 2 minutes to go in this game. It's been a strong drive. Taking their time. 2 in the backfield, 1 just behind the blockers. And here is that snap. It's 4th down. They need a first. And stuck up nicely by Centerburg. They'll get the ball back.
Oh, looks like refs have not done a spot yet. They've not signaled for a first or for a final.
It is closer than I initially expected.
Looks like they may be called. Nope, they're going to bring out the chains to measure. They're going to bring out the chains to measure with 1:36 to go.
I'll take the chance to look at a couple more scores here. I'm sure that a score Ontario will be interested to hear today. Shelby is up 36-13 on Lexington. So Lexington in the 4th quarter looking like they'll drop to 0-2 on the year. Shelby, another big win for them if they can hold on. And here are the chains, and looks like they're going to get this first down. It's close. Yep, they got it.
Yep, that will be a first down, Ontario. So we will most likely see victory formation here with 3 kneel downs. Should close out this game.
Centerburg do have 3 timeouts, however. We'll see if they decide to use them or not. Other score updates, Ashland up 14-0 on Marion Harding. Mansfield Senior playing against Canfield today. It's 24-10 final. Tigers, TY Tigers get the win there. And we'll see what Ontario decides to do as they wrap this game up against Centerburg 35-0. Man, that is a long trip for the Tigers going to Canfield.
With about 44 seconds left to go, another snap here and another run, inside run.
That's Rylan Frost who gets a good rush, and looks like he's down around the 23-yard line.
Great run for a first down, and that will probably be our final play of the game. And yep, Ontario signaling their players to come to the sideline. That play will finish it for us. As the clock winds down, our final will be 35-0, the Warriors over the Trojans.
Great performance from the Warriors. Mick puts them at 2-0 on the season. Centerburg will drop to 1-1. 2 receiving touchdowns, 3 rushing for the Warriors. Both teams meeting at the center of the field, shaking it up after this great performance from the Ontario Warriors of the MOAC Conference. Once again, final score 35-0. We'll take a break, come back for some post-game coverage here, live and free on the OH Report.
Are you ready for the comeback?
2, 1, let's go!
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results. More than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
It's our Centerburg Respiratory and Specialty Rehab Center MVP player of the game here. It's Ontario the winners 35-0. We've got Chase Studer here with us. Thank you so much for coming up to the box. Just want to ask you first, 2-0, got to be feeling good. Great start to the season, getting the win, close win over Lexington, and now a significant win here in the heart of Ohio against Centerburg. Just talk about your team's execution offensively and how you felt with all the plays and all the success there on the field in the first half especially.
I think we did a great job offensively. We knew coming in, like, they're a smaller school, but it was nothing to underestimate, and they're going to be a good team. And I think we did a great job offensively. They have a great defense, but we were able to give it to them.
2 touchdowns for you today, 1 also last week. You're off to a great start this season. What do you think has been the difference maker for you getting into the end zone these first 2 weeks?
Just keep grinding, telling the guys to just stay strong up front, just keep going.
All right, so next week you've got Madison, and that should be an interesting game for you guys. Another tester, getting ready for conference play very soon here. Talk about what's going to go into preparation next week.
We got to have a much better week. We didn't have a very good week this week. We had 2 really bad days and a great third day, but we have to be good every day, and we got to take it to them.
All right, thank you so much, Cole, for being with us. And this is once again your MVP for today's game. Final score, 35 for Ontario, 0 for the home Centerburg Trojans. We'll take a break, come back here live and free on the OH Report.
Are you ready for the comeback?
3, 2, 1, let's go!
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to the heart of Ohio. It's the Webb's Marathon and Automotive post-game show. Jonathon Langdon here with Brandon Ehrenberg. It was a 35-0 victory for the Ontario Warriors coming into town and just completely dominating. First off offensively, and then the defense kicked in, forced 3 straight turnovers on drives by Centerburg there in that first corner, and then really pulled away.
Yeah, your defense came up real big for you with forcing 4 turnovers if you're the Ontario Warriors. It set up a lot of their scoring drives. So their defense turned into offense, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're the Ontario Warriors. If you're the Centerburg Trojans a disappointing game after your first game. You're now 1-1, but you're looking to rebound going into week 3.
So it's over 300 yards of total yards for Ontario in this game. Centerburg under 100 yards today, but they got that total up from the first half, about 10 yards there in the first half, and got it up there in the second with a couple of decent drives. Still couldn't find a breakthrough, still couldn't score in today's game. Ontario, they did a good job, especially at the end of the game. One thing that's important to note, they did a good job with clock management, had a couple drives where they went over 6 minutes, and especially that last drive was 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, they came into the second half with a 6-minute drive to take up over half of the third quarter, and then with the last 8 minutes and 50 seconds left, they had one drive to end the game, and they executed.
So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at both of these teams' next opponents for next week. Ontario, they take on Madison, a team that is 0-2 on the season so far. Ontario, another chance to stack themselves up to 3-0, go into conference play as strong as possible.
Yeah, and they're putting up good points here against the Centerburg Trojans, and they had a close game last week against the Lexington. So they've had the tale of both sides of the tale. They've had a close game that came down to a last-second field goal, and a game where they were in control the entire game. So they've seen both sides while still winning. So we'll see what they've learned going into week 3.
Worthington Christian, that's who Centerburg will play next week. It'll be a road game, so at home, not a great showing for them, and now they'll have to hit the road and face a solid team in Worthington Christian, who's still got a game going on. They lost their first game. So Worthington Christian, Centerburg, they play a lot in a lot of sports, and it seems to be quite even between the two sides, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out for the Trojans, bouncing back after a week like this.
Yeah, the Trojans, you had a blowout win last week in your first game, then you come respond and kind of weren't able to get out the gates, and you kind of just had an offense that had trouble against the really good defense in the Ontario Warriors. So you're going into week 3 1-1. You're looking to rebuild the momentum that you had in week 1 going into week 3.
So that is going to go ahead and do it for us. Want to take one more second to thank all of our sponsors for today, bringing us here to Centerburg. Thanks to Centerburg Pointe Home and Kitchen Supplies, Centerburg Respiratory, also Webb's Marathon and Automotive, Monarch Title Company, North Central State College, and Knox Community Hospital. For Jacob Gessner, Brandon Ehrenberg to my right, I'm Jonathon Langdon. Thanks for sticking with us today, and we will see you next week, live and free on the OH Report.
Are you ready for the comeback?